So yesterday we looked at the spiral and saw that this beginning in gratitude is so grounding, it's so strengthening, so giving us a sense that we have a right to be here, like the breath does. And you know, you can turn to gratitude at any moment. All it takes is for you to think about it. And you can click on, switch to that channel. Because the great open secret is, it is not dependent on external circumstances. Things don't have to be hunky-dory for you to feel grateful. You can feel, it's this dance of the soul. And it comes, just like with the breath. And it's the sort of primal movement of all spiritual traditions and all earth wisdom traditions. It's that primal, wow, being alive. Then we can set our conditions. Of course, well, I prefer it this way, and I'd prefer a different kind of government, and I'd prefer a different kind of political economy, and I'd prefer a different complexion. I would prefer, But the basic thing is that you have this gift of life. And with this gift of life, you can't control it then. And so you are on this sweet roller coaster where things can keep happening for you that are delicious and terrifying. And that's what life seems to be. In systems theory, you see that each part contains the whole. And that part of doing the gratitude work, in a sense, contains all you need to know. Because it brings you freedom from the industrial growth society. How? How? You tell me. Yeah. As you see things in a new way, and it contradicts the predominant message of the consumer society, which is, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you don't have enough.
You smell bad.
Yeah. And you don't have enough friends, you don't have a new enough car, you don't have the latest kind of microwave, so that this whole society, it's one of the cruelest aspects of it, it breeds profound dissatisfaction. And I remember when I was in Sri Lanka training with that village movement, Buddhist-inspired village movement, when a young trainer, he was all of about 20 years old, and he was training the village workers. I was the only white person there, and he said, now you got to watch out with this free trade. It's the new colonialism. And you've got to watch out, because worse than the colonials, we had the Portuguese, we had the Dutch, and then we had the English, each for a century and a half. But now we have this market system, this global economy, these corporations, this fast food, these McDonald's, and that's telling us that we need things. And we've been free of that all this time. It makes us feel inferior. It can make our people feel inferior. And you know that, all of you who've worked outside this country and even inside this country. There's a curse of taking from people their birthright to be happy in their skin, doing what they're doing in this whole corporate system. In there, infecting people with this virus of needing to acquire, and put themselves in debt and put themselves in bondage to acquire junk stuff they don't need. So it's, I seem to feel strongly about that this morning. Whereas So this gratitude work is liberating, and it is subversive. And if that's all you do when you take any forms of this work out, then that's fine. To help people realize again that they are sufficient, and that means that they can be free.